15 years in the game, and people are finding that out now. I know because you were fighting Ian Freeman, you were fighting, God, I forgot the guy who's now a chef. He knocked out Mark Coleman, I forget his name. He did the cool shoulder lock to him.
Pete Williams.
Pete Williams. What's impressing you these days? Is there anything impressing you? Is there anything new, or is it all just like a repackaged, revamped version of what we've seen for 15 years?
No, I'm constantly looking to improve in martial arts. I constantly look to improve as a human being. That's what I use martial arts for, to be a better husband, better father, a better man in every facet of the game. And so, that's really what people see. And when people ask me why I fight now compared to what I fought then, hey, look, I never fought to put anything on the mantle. The fact that I get paid to fight makes it to where the wife leaves me alone and lets me go to the gym. If they told me tomorrow that I had to fight for free, well, I go get a full-time job, and this is what I do on my part-time. I found something in life where I really love martial arts, and I have an analogy I use, but now my daughter's here, so I can't. But basically, I'm getting paid to do something I love to do.
Now, how do you, I know a lot of people, when you started, they're like, jiu-jitsu, dude's amazing jiu-jitsu, and you are. And then you start knocking people out and punching and kicking people in the face, and then you went back to Submit and Nogueira. So how did you combine all these skills, and how did people just randomly forget that you have an absolute toolbox?
I think people are just short-term memories, and a lot of times the casual fan just kind of, they get what they're going to see off the intro into the fight. And I think with a 15-year career that I've had, it's not easy unless the fans that really know me and have stuck with me really to know all the intricacies of who I am and where I've come from and what I bring to the table. And that also too is just a testament to myself as constantly evolving. I'm never happy. I'm very much of a scientist, and every time I walk out of that cage, win or lose, there's something to work on, somewhere to improve. Because again, it's a representation of who I am, and until I become perfect, my fighting style won't be.
And the last question I can ask is, when you got into jiu-jitsu, when I watch your game, it's an aggressive, I'm going to say, combat jiu-jitsu.
Right.
It's not a sport jiu-jitsu. You're not going upside down. Would you have got into it if you seen guys doing the butt scoot and the berimbolo and just holding 50-50 guard and hoping for the best?
No, I think I probably wouldn't have been drawn to it the way I am now. Even now, when I go ahead and I roll and stuff, and actually I've had a resurgence of trying to be back with jiu-jitsu. I feel like I've really put it on the back burner, trying to develop other skills. And now I'm back in the gym on Mondays. Over Dryzels, I put the gi back on. Are there different movements that I look on how to, I keep it interesting by trying to defeat them, but I only defeat them with moves that I know that I can use in the octagon, that I can use in more of a real situation. And I do feel that the IBJJ rules have taken away from some of the self-defense and MMA aspect of our sport. When's the last time a black belt in jiu-jitsu was extremely respected in our sport like it was 15, 20 years ago? And I think that's because our champions there are so specialized for the gi and don't have to worry about certain footlocks, certain movements, and aren't penalized for certain stalling techniques that they would be penalized for in MMA. I think it hurts us.
And I have to ask, because after the Todd Duffy fight that you watched, and that was probably exciting for you, and then you fought Arlovsky, what's going on with you in 2016 that you're personally looking forward to? Maybe not your next fight, but other fights and everything happening.
Personally, just improving my jiu-jitsu. Going back out there and showcasing that not only am I now developed into a very well-rounded boxer and stand-up artist, but going back to what makes me better than everybody else, and that's the jiu-jitsu game.
Thank you so much, Frank. Have a great night. Happy 15 years, man.